What's the deal, y'all? It's your boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Okay, so I just want to comment on this just like one last time. And of course, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just like leave this like where it's at. And I'm just still talking about like this Tay-Rock and Kid Slade situation. I definitely could see why a lot of people is mad at Tay-Rock. And this is like what nobody did say. It's only because fans don't look at Tay-Rock as a street person, a person that's from the streets. Okay. And I'm even putting me up in here, we don't look at Tay-Rock that way. It don't have nothing to do with like no punk. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do as far as like calling people out their name. Tay-Rock ain't gonna do this, Tay-Rock ain't gonna do that. It don't have nothing to do with that. But at the end of the day, us people, we don't view Tay-Rock as a street cat. When I first saw Tay-Rock and me watching Tay-Rock for damn near like 8-9 years, Tay-Rock have been the gun bar king or whatever the case might be, but he also has been that puncher type. He is the battle rapper that's gonna come up in there and willing to just bar you to death. I just feel like if certain battle rappers who give you that street feel, that give you that street talk, they wouldn't have said anything about them. But we already know how people look at a Tay-Rock. We know Tay-Rock is somewhat a villain, in a way. In a way, he's somewhat a villain. But for the most part, people really do love Tay-Rock. But I just feel like if like a Suge would have done it, or if maybe like an Easy to Block Captain would have done it, or maybe like a Goods would have done it, or maybe like if a Hitman would have done it, I just don't feel like you guys would just be this mad. But see, like, this the thing though. You gotta ask yourself, what are you willing to do and how far you willing to take it? When you know what I'm saying, when you dang near like hanging out with certain people that you don't even supposed to be hanging out with. You have to be willing to get on, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna either get on the boat that's on the left, or you're gonna end up getting on the boat that's on the right. That's all, you know what I'm saying, like that's all what this whole thing is. What side is you gonna be on? And when it comes to us black people, we don't have to be deeply locked up in the streets to understand certain things. No, we don't. Because we go through what we go through already. Regardless if it's dealing with cops, or regardless if it's dealing with your one cousin or your one homie, you know what I'm saying, like that dead time, or whatever the case might be. I'm just being honest. When that person end up getting out of prison or end up getting out of jail or whatever the case might be, and then he end up hanging, you know what I'm saying, and then he end up hanging out with you, you gotta really like pay attention to that. You really gotta see where his mind is, because some people probably want to stick to their old ways. That's why they went to jail in the first place. Some people like went there for nothing. You have to be willing to understand some of these things. And I have people in my family who I talk to about, you know what I'm saying, about certain things like this. Just because you're not up in the streets, or just because you don't do this and do that, sell this and sell that, bang this and bang that, you shouldn't want no person around you that do telling, period. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, like, you shouldn't want to be around no person that actually told on somebody, period. Because at the end of the day, that's a dangerous game you playing. Like, how do you think a person's supposed to feel like his one cousin or his one homie want to walk up and down the street you know what I'm saying, sagging, doing this, doing that, want to be like everybody up in the damn hood. But then next thing you know, everybody like looking at him like he a coward, like he a mark, like he a punk, because he now told on somebody. You riding around with somebody, it's really not a good game that you playing. You actually playing a dangerous game, regardless if you a street cat, regardless if you a person that don't get involved up in the streets at all. But us black people been through a whole lot. You feel me? Us black people, you know what I'm saying? Like us black people been through a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, BS. You feel me? We've been through, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been through a whole lot of stuff. Because if we ain't doing it, somebody else, you know what I'm saying, by us is doing it. So you have to understand where you know what I'm saying, like where you willing to, you know what I'm saying, like where you willing to take certain things. There's people out here that do certain things and you don't even know about it. And sometimes these people do certain things around you and they don't really, you know what I'm saying, respect you. That's why they're around you in the first place. So it's just like when you do some of these things, you got to understand where you are willing, you know what I'm saying, where you're willing to take it. Nobody really shouldn't be mad at T-Rock at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, if it's somewhat like possibly true, this guy is coming to events still. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and like you guys don't have no clue what's gonna end up happening. You guys are like showing up to events and y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all don't know what's going on. Showing up to these events and you don't know what the hell is going on. So regardless if you're a street cat or not, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. The only reason why I'm saying I wouldn't have done nothing like that, I just curved dude. I just, you know what I'm saying, like I just wouldn't speak on our battle. I wouldn't want that person around me. I wouldn't want to deal with nothing like that. It's cool. I don't want to get on the camera and show paperwork to everybody. Nah, I'm cool. But some people is different. Tay-Rock decided to do that. And I know people don't look at Tay-Rock as, you know what I'm saying, like that. But, you know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, that don't make him no punk. That don't make him no coward. That don't make him nothing. Because Tay-Rock is an awesome rapper. And he will 30 you easily. Tay-Rock is very talented. It seemed like Tay-Rock is a good father. It seemed like Smack and Beasley them look at him as a good person. That's all I really like care about as far as like looking at like Tay-Rock. There's no reason to call a person out their name because of like what they did. So regardless if you're a street cat or not, you shouldn't want a person around you like that. You shouldn't want a person around you that tells on people, but then at the same time you want to push the street persona. It don't work that way. So everybody could really stop, you know what I'm saying, pushing like this mad thing, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, with Tay-Rock, man. Like everybody like putting pressure on Tay-Rock. But you know what I'm saying, like whatever comes with that, you know what I'm saying, comes with that. And as far as Kid Slade, all I'm just saying is, if you know like some paperwork is floating around or whatever, don't for once think, just in case if somebody end up exposing you, don't for once think in your mind that you're going to be able to try to manipulate people, or you're going to be able to just tell your side of the story, because ain't nothing going to change, bro. Ain't nothing going to change. The plug talk, all that, ain't nothing going to change, bro. It's not. So salute to Tay-Rock, but I just really like wanted to speak on that because I just understand why people was doing it. I just feel like if like a Goods or Easy to Block Captain would have done that, y'all wouldn't have been doing this, bro. Y'all wouldn't have been doing this. Like Geechee got it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all wouldn't be doing this. But salute to Tay-Rock though, man, and yeah, Kid Slade, you know what I'm saying? You might gotta think of like something else as far as like what you like want to do or whatever. I don't know if you got certain things going on, you know what I'm saying, good with you or whatever the case might be, but hey, these battle rappers is on your bandwagon, and especially these vets. And once vets start talking, you're really in trouble, and it's going to be a very hard time for you to get booked, because Smack, that got like the word street up in it at the end of the day. And so I don't think owners is going to look at that. Owners is not going to just look at that and just stay looking at you. No, they're going to look at you and then turn their head, because that's what battle rap is. If a person in hip hop was doing something like that, they wouldn't be doing that either. So yeah, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm really just saying, you know what I'm saying, like about that whole situation. Gone.